Hello, 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 and welcome to episode number 103 of the Teen Talks Game podcast. My name is Van Gogh, and I hope you guys are all doing very, very well. Let's start off with saying that my throat is not feeling super, super well. I feel like this whole week it's felt like there's some irritation in my throat. And so I've been trying not to, sing and dance and talk too much. But of course, I run a podcast, so I'm going to talk a lot. But if I ever like strain to get the words out during this episode, that's why. I have not gotten the time to make a new intro yet, and I'm very, very, very sorry. I have just been so busy, and I have also been procrastinating, and being busy and procrastinating are like the two worst combinations. It's like the worst combination of productivity you could ever have, right? I might try re-uploading the old ones. I still have access to those files, so I might try re-uploading those and seeing if I can just kind of revive the old ones for now somehow. But I promise I will get a new intro sorted eventually. We will have to see. I need to still come up with like an idea what I want the intro to be. Maybe it's more classical this time. I don't know. But I might try re-uploading the old ones. That's all you gotta know. But yeah, make sure you follow, like, and share a Teen Talks Game podcast with your friends and family who are also obsessed over figure skating and would like to hear a random teenager from the middle of nowhere talk about this sport. And yeah, let's head over to our program of the week. I'm gonna try to make this episode short, even though I know it's not gonna be short. Let's go over to the program of the week. Okay, so our program of the week this week is set to the music of On My Own from Les Mis, and if you know, you know. It's one of those things. If you know this song, you know the song and how much it hurts and how much it's like, dang, that's kind of sad. But this is a beautiful, beautiful program, an exhibition program from none other than Michelle Kwan at the 1998 Olympics Gala. She skated to On My Own from Les Mis, performed by Kaho Shimada. This is an absolutely beautiful program. It's graceful, it's elegant, and it gives the feeling of being free. In the beginning of the program, this is one of those programs where there's a transition and maybe you don't even notice it, but I feel like it adds so much meaning when you do notice it. But in the beginning, she's very closed off, if that makes sense. She's skating in very, very small circles. She's skating in very tight circles, if that makes sense. She's kind of just gliding around in her skates in small circles, moving small circle. There's this moment in one of those small circles where she kind of pushes out her left leg as kind of a bit of a lunge. It's almost like she's going to a hydroblade, but she isn't. But she's going to kind of this beautiful lunge on this beautiful, beautiful edge. Another one of my favorite moments in this program in the beginning is this sequence of spread eagle and then kind of switching, hopping, and then another spread eagle for like 1 second, switching, kind of jumping over that and going to another spread eagle. And that series of spread eagles is just so beautiful on the music. Some of the jumps in here, I'm like, dang, triple lutz in your gala program. It's kind of crazy, Michelle Kwan, but she does it really well. And the end of the program is the second half of the program transitions so well. At the beginning, it's closed. It's not very open. And the end, it's open. It's to the audience. It's so powerful with the music as well. She has this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful spiral. I feel like Michelle Kwan was just one of those spiral people. She has another really big spread eagle, but this time the spread eagle is held for longer, which is, contrast at the beginning. Um, Beautiful spins as well, beautiful everything here. I love like just seeing this like whitish dress, and then the wind is kind of blowing in her hair. Her hair is kind of down as she's skating to the song. It's just the vibes are there, the grace is there. It goes from the graceful to the big, powerful spirals, and then jumps in this program as well. And I love this song. It hurts so bad. It hurts you for sure. And yeah, I feel like Michelle Kwan just has the emotion for it. She has the sad and quiet part at the beginning, and then kind of powerful, still sad at the end, but kind of in that powerful way, if that makes sense. So yeah, go check out this program. When you're done listening to this episode, Michelle Kwan at her 1998 Olympics Gala, skating to On My Own from Les Mis, performed by Kaho Shimada. Let's head over to our main episode now. Okay, everybody, so as you saw in the title of this episode is a review of the 2026 U.S. National Figure Skating Championships, which were held in St. Louis, in Missouri. And I don't have a lot to say, I guess. But let's talk about just first briefly about the overall competition. I thought the energy in the crowd seemed good. It seemed like a good crowd, good vibes, good plushies being thrown on the ice. It just seemed like a solid nationals. You know, maybe not like super duper noteworthy or anything, but a solid nationals for sure being held in St. Louis. I think it was held, I think 20 years ago last time in St. Louis. So it was cool to, go back and see another city in the US. Very cool to get shots of the Gateway Arch a lot too, which was really cool. However, I could do another episode about the production of the event, if that makes sense. Like the production of the event was not that good. Like genuinely, the production of the event was not there. A lot of issues came up that I feel like I could do another episode of the commentary in this, the interviews, like it just it was not good. A lot of issues came up. People, the commentators saying things, the interviewers saying things, asking things, the shots that they had. A lot of people kind of disliked it, the audio mixing as well. A lot of people disliked it, including myself. Some of it was straight up uncalled for. Some of it just seemed a bit negligent or maybe like ignorant, if that makes sense. So the production of the event from the TV viewer standpoint was not that good. But let's actually review the actual competition. I'm not going to stay too long complaining about the production of the event for the TV people sitting at home on their couch like me. Because what do I have to say that's important? Nothing. And so today I'm going to review the actual competition, the actual nationals, and what happened first before I kind of talk about the Olympic selection and who was going to the Olympics for Team USA. Um, because those results kind of have uh, varied a bit, and you'll see. I guess you probably already know, but I'm gonna review the actual competition first and all four disciplines, and then I'm gonna discuss who got selected for the Olympic team. So let's start off with the men's field, and this is a very negative note for me. This was such a nightmare for the man. I genuinely thought this was so bad. I'm just saying this was so bad, so bad. And I was just like, no, 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 we are no. Honestly, it was just one thing that happened and it was really bad. Genuinely, I wanted to cry towards the end of watching this, and you'll find out why. There was just so much pressure and tension, it felt like, in the skating that the men were putting out in what was happening to the men, that I was shocked. I was shocked, very, very shocked by what I was seeing. Um, yeah, excuse me. So I think we should just like rip the bandage off, and I'm gonna cry. I'm not. I was gonna cry. But in eighth place at this event, breaks my heart to say this. In eighth place was Jason Brown, and this was just not it for Jason Brown. Unfortunately, he was third in the short program here at U.S. Nationals, and it was a pretty solid short program. I mean, not solid, but he got the triple flip done very excellently. The triple axel did have a quarter call on it. It did look a little tight. He didn't quite hang on to his triplets, triple toe, which got a quarter call on that triple toe, and it was a huge step out, and he had to save himself with his hands. But and everything else is very solid. The spins were very highly rated by the judges. He got the best step sequence of the night. It was a very solid program from Jason Brown, and I really thought, okay, he's pretty much safe. And then this free program was devastating. Like, it was devastating to say the least. Like, it was devastating. He was 12th place in this free skate. He fell on a quarter triple axel. He did a waltz jump instead of a second triple axel, double loop instead of triple loop, double salchow instead of triple salchow. Those were the first four jumping passes. His tech score hadn't even gone up above 10, I think, and that to me was like, this is the alarms are ringing off. I was like, there's no way. There's no way right now. There's no, 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 no. And I was just like, come on, keep on skating, keep on doing it, put the mistakes behind you. Second half of the program, please. Spin went really well. The triple S triple toe had a bit of a step out on it. It wasn't the best. The triple flip, double axle was done really, really well. Step sequence, beautiful. Choreo sequence, beautiful. And then he heads into a triple flip. He gets a quarter and a fall on it. And yeah, that it was just a nightmare skate for Jason Brown. It broke my heart so bad because I love Jason Brown. You guys know that he's my favorite skater. And it was so devastating to watch this 12th place free skate. And yeah, he's not going to the Olympics, and my heart is literally broken still. And he posted about it a few days ago. I think he's really, he posted, I think, about having a different mindset into things. And, this skate didn't go that well, but he's trying to have a better mindset into the future and everything. So, yeah, I don't know what to say anymore because I feel like I've cried in my head so many times already about this. So it's just like emotionless for me now. It's still sad for sure. But Jason Brown is still such an artist. His steps, his spins are so, so well done. I don't even care about the dumb like jumps anymore. Yes, only one jumping pass was successfully completed, but I just don't care anymore. I'm sorry. But it was a hard skate to watch, and the two skaters I went after him because he did place third in the short program. The two skaters after him, I almost did not want to watch because it's just like I had such bad emotions from it. I was just like, no. But yeah, in eighth place was Jason Brown. In seventh place, a bit of a really good result for a younger skater, Daniel Martinov. He was sixth place in the short program here. Did get a triple let's double toe down in the short instead of the triple triple that he would have wanted. A 10th place free skate was still a pretty solid result for him. Did get a quarter on a quad toe, fell on a triple axel, a couple step out, stuck landings on the flip and the lutz at the very end. But a very solid program from Daniel Martinov. He is senior eligible. He has been to senior events. And we'll have to see where he goes in the future. He is still pretty young. He's won Grand Prix event or junior Grand Prix events before, and so really getting his career started off on the senior level. And so we'll have to see, which is a really good result for him. Seventh here at the U.S. Nationals. Oh gosh, it's not loading. Okay, this result I'm very, very happy with because I feel like this skater is underrated, if that makes sense. I do like his style of skating. I feel like it's very classic in a sense. And that is Liam Kapikas. He was eighth place here in the short program at Nationals. Did kind of have a big step out on that triple axle, but he was still pretty good there. And then a sixth place free skate moved him to sixth overall. He did double a Sal cow. I don't know. I think he was going for a quad Sal cow and he did double it and then a step out on the triple loop at the very end. But all the other jumps, he got both triple axles done and both triple letzes done, and that really added to his score. I in fact thought this was a little underscored in my opinion. I feel like his presentation has a very nice classical feel to it. I like his skating. I genuinely do think so. He has been around in for a while on the senior level here, but I'm hoping that this is a new star, a new succeeding, a new quad for Liam Kapikas in these next 4 years because I do really enjoy his skating. Okay. In fifth place, this was also a heartbreaking result because I truly thought this was the year for Mr. Tomoki Hiwatashi. He was second place in the short program here with a fairly clean skate except for a quarter call on a quad toe. But it was a really solid skate. It put him really well into contention for those Olympic spots. So second there in the short program, but his fifth place free skate unfortunately just had a few too many errors to keep him on the podium. A quarter call and a bit of a step out on the quad toe, triple axle, kind of a stuck landing. He unfortunately got a repetition call on another triple axle and then a quarter call on the triple flip at the end of his triple Lutz Euler triple flip combination. But I did appreciate how strong the program still was. It was still a program that had a lot of fight within it. Yes, if he hadn't made some of those mistakes, yes, he would have been on the podium still. And I do feel like they would have sent him to the Olympic team, but unfortunately, they are not sending him to the Olympic team. He was only 2 points from third place here. So really devastating result, obviously, if you're Tomoki Hiwatashi. Some of those mistakes were small. Some of those mistakes, like the repetition call on the triple axel, unfortunately, just too many points lost there. But still a good skater. He really had a renaissance this season, and I'm interested in seeing if he's going to continue past the season, and we'll see how he ends up in the future if he does decide to continue. Okay, in fourth place is a very, very, very good result, and I truly thought this was one of those results where I was like, dang, very, very good for this skater, and that is Jacob Sanchez, who is such a newcomer. I feel like on the senior stage, on the senior international circuit as well. He was seventh here in the short program. Couple mistakes here, not the cleanest landings on the triple axel or the triple lutz triple toe combination, but his free skate here was so redemptive. The Everything was done super well. Just one slight mistake on the unsteadiness on the landing of the triple axel, but the moment he landed his last triple sal at the end, I felt the crowd kind of knew. The crowd knew that this was it, and he knew it is it. He looked super excited. One of those moments where he just let go of his skating, let go of everything once he landed that final jump. He knew he had done it, and such a deserving result, I feel like, for Jacob Sanchez. And I really, really am very much excited in this next quad to see how he progresses more. He's only 18 years old. He is a super, super talented skater. And yeah, I can't wait to see more from Jacob Sanchez in the following years. Okay, let's talk our top three here. In third place was Maxim Naumov, making his first third place at the U.S. Nationals. He did have a big step out on the quad sal in his short program, placing him in fourth there. He was also fourth place in his free skate, but third overall. Couple mistakes here, a couple unsteady moments on the triple axel, the triple lutz, and the triple sal double toe loop. Kind of stepping out on that very last jumping pass, but everything else was done very cleanly. I thought this was a very good score. Maybe I didn't agree maybe with the component side of things and how that held up, but it was a very good skate regardless. Very special skate for Maxim Naumov, and a very, very talented skater there. Let's talk second place. In second place was Andrew Torgashev, who was fifth place in the short program. He did fall on his quad toe attempt, and I think that made him angry. A lot of people pointed out that he is someone who skates angry very well when he's angry. And, he said something like, let the best man win or something like that. And that was like Hunger Games style, like, yeah, and he goes out and he proceeds to really, and I mean really, put down the best free skate he's probably ever put out. He landed a quad toe quarter call with a double toe on it, and the rest of the program was just clean jump after clean jump after clean jump, getting really good GOE, mostly twos and threes on those GOEs. Just very, very good for Andrew Turkashev. He was there to skate, and he was there to skate like his life depended on it. And it was very good for Andrew Turkashev. And yeah, very solid second place in the free skate to move him up to second overall. Let's talk about our first place finisher, and that is, of course, to no one's surprise at this point, the quad god Ilia Malinin, who was first place in both programs. He was first in the short with a clean program. His quad flip got 5 points in GOE alone, which is crazy. That jump got 16 points, and then the quad lutz triple toe got 21.54 points in total. And so yeah, this sport is rigged. I'm kidding. But just really crazy result for Ilia Malinin. He was also first place in the short program. I think a lot of people were expecting him to do his 7 quad layout here at Nationals too. I was definitely one of them. I was like, oh, he actually only did 3 quads here. I don't know if he was actually planning to go for a fourth one, but he did say in the press conference after this event that he was not trying to tire himself out for the Olympics next month, and so he has new skates and everything. And so I think that definitely totally does make sense. But even with only 3 quads, which is still crazy to say, only 3 out of 7 that he usually does, he still won by a very healthy amount. The only mistake he really made was a quad sal triple axel, very stuck on the landing, unfortunately, on that. But otherwise, it was super strong. Otherwise, it was super good. To no one's surprise, he won. It was very easy. It was like a no-brainer, right? And even with 3 quads, they just gave him such high scores. And so we'll have to see if he does go for those 7 quads at the Olympics. We will definitely have to see. Okay. So yeah, on the men's side of things, third place Maxim Naumov, second place Andrew Torgashev, first place Ilia Malinin. Very solid podium there. Am I sad Jason Brown didn't make it? Yes, I'm still crying over that. Now, in contrast to the men's event, I found the women's event to be so wholesome. It was so positive. I love seeing the skaters interact backstage. They were like throwing things at each other, not throwing things, that sounds bad. They were, playing catch with each other. They were I don't know. They were just, they were just talking, chatting. I just feel like, and I definitely want to make another episode just about the women's field in the US again, but it just doesn't feel like there's this era of like I hate you, we are mortal enemies and rivals kind of era anymore. It's just a wholesome era of American women's figure skating now. And this was genuinely such a great competition. I thought there were so many great skates to watch here. Very, very good for very good in this field. I'm gonna start in 10th place and work my way down. In 10th place was Elise Lane Gracie. Um, and Elise Lane Gracie is a very, very good skater. She kind of had that renaissance 2 seasons back at Nebelhorn Trophy, and ever since then, she's kind of carried that with her. These skates weren't the best, but they were pretty solid. In the short program, she was in 7th place. Triple Lutz, Triple Toe had a bit of a turn on it on the way out of it, and then to save the landing of it. She was also 11th in the free skate. Couple unfortunate jumping passes here. The under rotated triple lutz, the single loop pop, another triple lutz that got a repetition call on it. The triple flip double ass had a bit of a stuck landing, but it wasn't a terrible skate at all. It was a pretty solid skate. I do think Alysa and Gracie has very nice lines, very nice extension. She is really, really young. She is only 19, I believe. No, she's only 18 right now. And so definitely a skater who has a lot going for her in the future. I'm excited to see if perhaps she can regain some of that consistency that she had or, build on some new skills, maybe some new jumps. And I'm excited to see where the future takes Elise Lynn Gracie as well. Okay, couple juniors coming up. In 9th place was Amelia Nemirovsky, who was 14th in the short program, actually, with a single Let's double toe in the beginning, and that was really a unfortunate jumping pass because of the jumping. It wasn't enough. What do you say? What the loss of points was a lot. Her 7th place free skate was Chapel Roan, and I unfortunately did not get to see it, but I wanted to see it. That's all I want to say. This was a very solid program. I'm a very solid skater, junior skater. She really made a big impact here. She did get an edge call on or unclear edge on both triple flip attempts, triple lutz, double axle, double toe. Did get a downgrade actually on that double toe loop. But otherwise, it was a pretty solid program. She did get that opening triple lutz, triple toe done. I'm excited to see where Amelia Nemirovsky, like the other two juniors I will discuss, where her career takes her. Um, she is not junior eligible yet. She's only 15 years old, or not senior eligible yet. And so we'll have to see where her career takes her. But a very exciting skating from Amelia Nemirovsky. In 8th place was Sherry Jang, who was 9th in the short program with unfortunate double flip in the short program, and then 8th place in the free skate. Couple mistakes here: a fall and a quarter on the triple sal, under rotated on the both the triple lutzes with an unclear edge call and under rotated on the triple flip as well, and the double axel that followed that. But otherwise, I do think that Sherry Jang is a very solid skater. She doesn't have maybe the triple triple in the free skate like some of the other women have, but she does have a really solid triple flip, double axel that just wasn't fully rotated here. I remember seeing her last year at Nationals. She made a huge impression on me there, and a very solid skater that, with rotation issues fixed, I do think her skating will improve a lot in the scores and everything. But I just think she's a very solid skater. She skated here to, yeah, to Turandot. I thought it was a very nice skate. Her East of Eden was beautiful in the short program. Really enjoyed watching that. Okay, she is followed by none other than the seventh place finisher here, Star Andrews. In Star Andrews' very last nationals as a senior skater in women's singles, she is switching to Paris next season. I do think this was a pretty solid nationals for Star Andrews. She's a really much a staple at the nationals every single year. She was sixth place in the ship program, did get a triple toe under rotated, but this program was fun. It was Beyonce. Who run the world, and it was super fun to hear her note, to see her skate to it. Very expressive, very fun. She got the best step sequence of the night. I think she definitely deserved that. And it was just a fun skate to watch from Star Andrews. Her free skate was maybe not the best. She did get a complete edge call under rotated on the triple lutz. Did get an under rotation on the triple flip and a triple toe with a fall on it, and a double loop double toe instead of that triple loop that she would have wanted. But otherwise, the skate was pretty good. I think it was a good send off, kind of farewell to Star Andrews at these nationals. You know, the technical side was not the best, but still the artistry there, the composition, the presentations, this vampire theme, and she's singing. It's a whole vibe, and I enjoy the vibe that Star Andrews gives in this program. A really solid skate from Star Andrews. Yeah, okay, in sixth place was the top junior international junior skater here, skating at her first senior nationals, and that is Sophie Jolene von Felten. She was 10th place in the strip program, going for a triple axel in the strip program, triple axel quarter call and a fall, unfortunately. Then the triple lutz triple toe also got a quarter call on it. But she's a very solid, talented skater, Sophie Jolene von Felten, and she had very very good comeback in the free skate. That was a 10th place short. The sixth place free skate, she got both triple axels and triple axel double toe, and then a triple axel. I think she was wanting to go for a quad sal cow, only went for the triple. Did have a step out on a triple loop, but otherwise the program was just technical prowess, just packed to the brim. She got, in fact, the highest base value here and the highest jumping um, score based on just the jumps. Yes, the components, the presentation, the skating skills, and the composition, maybe not quite all there just yet, but she, again, is another skater who is very promising for the US. She'll be skating in seniors in 2 seasons. She's a very talented skater. And yeah, some more of these skates like this, where she's landing her triple axel and maybe her quad salchow, will do her very well. Okay, these top 5 skaters, I think this was just one of the best. Just it was such a good flight of skating. It was just such a good group to watch. In fifth place was Sarah Everhart. She was fourth place in the short program with her river dance. It was a clean skate from her. And yeah, the jumps wise, it was really good. They did kind of mark her down on the components compared to the rest of her competitors here. The components were on the lower side. Um, she was fifth place in the free skate for fifth overall. Relatively clean. She did get a quarter call on a triple lutz and then a triple sal at the end. But this Poor Things program was very well skated. Probably the best she's skated all season. In fact, it was quirky, it was weird, but it was fun. And I think Sarah Everhart this is a really good vehicle for her skating, something to branch out. And I like it from Sarah Everhart. I like it. And again, very young skater. Yes, she could have made the Olympic team here. She won't be going, unfortunately, but she is someone who I think is just going to be the next big star, if that makes sense. This is a really good, solid skate, two skates from Sarah Everhart. Okay, in fourth place, let's talk the veteran of the field, Brady Now. These skates were so good. Her fifth place free skate to Young and Beautiful by Lana Del Rey is beautiful, of course. She had a triple lutz, triple toe with a quarter call on it, unfortunately. But the rest of her was getting good. Her fourth place free skate to the mission. This was the program, I feel like, and it was such a good program. It was like a moment, I feel like. Triple lutz, triple toe with a quarter call on that second jump. And then the rest of the program was skated cleanly. Every single jump after that, very cleanly, nice extension on it, very nice spins in this program. Braytonelle is such a veteran. This comeback from injury has been so difficult, but that free skate was a moment I think I will remember. It was such a comeback free skate. It was this free skate that the exact free skate she wanted to have with this comeback to nationals. Um, or not really comeback to nationals, but this like overall comeback story. Very solid skating from Brady to now, and I don't know. I get so fond of Brady. I feel like she's had so many big national moments, and this was the nationals moment of her career for me. That free skate was magical, and I really did enjoy it. Okay, let's talk our top three here. They were far, far, far above in the scores above the rest of the field, and it truly was beautiful and it was so competitive and it was so fascinating to watch. In third place was Isabeau Levito, who I honestly think, and this is maybe a little hot take, I think she was a little underscored here. That's all I'm gonna say. She had a third place short program, clean skate there. Um, yeah, clean skate in the short program. Very beautiful, very classy in her Sophia Loren program. It's so classy. It's so beautiful. And then she was second place in her free skate. Yes, her triple flip, triple toe did get an under rotation call on it. But I honestly think she should have been first in the free skate. And two judges did put her in first in the free skate. And I agree. I think this was a program to put in first in the free skate. The jumps maybe not the high technical value, but the performance here, the skating was soft as butter. It was genuinely fascinating. It was marvelous. It was so mesmerizing and so smooth, and it was just so good. This program to Cinema Paradiso, it's just so good, and I thought Isabel deserved high components. I was like, give her some 9.75s. You know what I mean? Yeah, a little lower than I would have placed her personally. I do agree with the third overall, but I think she should have won the free skate, in my opinion. Okay. In second place was Alyssa Liu of the US. Of course, this is nationals. What am I saying? She was second place in the ship program here to her skate to Promise by Leve. This was a beautiful program. She got a clean triple lutz, triple loop done in the second half of the program. No under rotation on it. Very impressive from her. This was a stunning program. It beat the national record. It was a very good program before it got beaten again some moments later. But she was second in the short program. Very good. Her free skate was a Lady Gaga free skate, and this got her third place in the free skate, debuting her new Lady Gaga skate. She got a triple left, triple toe quarter call, unfortunately, and then a triple loop got a quarter call as well. I have to admit, and I think a lot of people unfortunately share the sentiment that this Lady Gaga program was just not as big and blown out, I guess, as her Donna Summer program that everyone has just been eating up and loving. I love her Donna Summer program now, and this program to me wasn't there just yet, and I think that I don't know. She has announced that she's not gonna do Lady Gaga at the Olympics, and I think that is the right choice. That she's gonna do Donna Summer because I think this Lady Gaga program is better maybe for another season where she has more time to develop it more because right now it wasn't my favorite. I love the knee slide moment. But overall it just wasn't my favorite program to me. I like the original music cuts better. A very great skater, obviously, Alyssa Liu. But just not my favorite music cuts, I think. Just not my favorite choreography, I think. But still a very solid program from Alyssa Liu. Very solid skater she is, and I really love this comeback journey from her. So no hate against her, just the program wasn't my favorite. Yeah. Second overall for Alyssa Liu. And first place was Amber Glenn, my favorite. Yay. She beat the national record after Alyssa beat the national record like 5 minutes earlier. She got an 83.05 in the short program, which was massive from her. Triple axel was so big in the short program. The free skate, she did win first in the free skate. Like I said earlier, I did think Isabel deserved first in the free skate, but I love Amber Glenn, so no hate. Triple axel quarter call on the triple axel. That was a very tight landing on that triple axel. And then at the very end of the program was an under rotated triple loop. But the rest of the program was done cleanly. She was just hitting the jumps. I was very happy that she was hitting the jumps. So great program for Amber Glenn. And she becomes a 3-time US national champion 3 years in a row, which is unprecedented, I feel like. Such a strong competition from all of these women, such a strong competition from those top five, especially. It was a solid night of skating. Very solid night of skating. Yeah, I really enjoyed watching them. Yay. Okay, so yeah, third was Isabella Vito, second place Alyssa Liu, and first place Amber Glenn. Okay, that was the women's event. Let's skedaddle over to the pairs event. And the pairs event is a little complicated because there were only two spots, Olympic spots for the pairs here, and citizenship became a big issue here, and I will explain why. But I still truly believe, like I say all the time, that the US pairs are kind of in their renaissance moment right now. So I'm going to start off in fifth place, and that is with the team of Shin and Naj. They were really solid here in the short program. In second place in the short program, did get quarter calls on their side by side triple toes, but they were in second in the short program, and that was a very good position for them to be in considering, they were in contention for the Olympics for sure. Their free skate just was not the best, unfortunately. It started off kind of rough. The twist kind of didn't have the best exit out of it. Excuse me. A quarter call on the triple style, unrotated on the triple toe and the double axle in their sequence. Triple loop had a bit of a shaky landing on it. Same thing with the triple style. And then unfortunately, they came down a little bit too early on their lift at the very end of the program. So yeah, a couple mistakes, kind of smaller mistakes, but they all kind of added up, unfortunately, and didn't give them that positive Jewy that they really would have wanted. And that fifth place free skate did unfortunately drop them to fifth place overall. But they're a very solid team, a very young team, and a very new team. They are a brand new team. They just started competing last season together, and they are already a team that has made huge improvements in their scores over the past few competitions. And I think that if they continue skating together, that they will be kind of the next team from the next team to kind of rise to the top in US pairs. Yeah. Okay. In fourth place is a team of Emily Chan and Spencer Howe, who really did not have an amazing short program here at US Nationals. They did do a double toe loop, unfortunately. I believe they both fell on a question mark. And then a triple loop throw did have another fall on it as well. And so going into the short program, they weren't. Going into the free skate, they were in eighth place after the short program, but they fought hard for this free skate. They were third place in the free skate for fourth overall. Yes, it wasn't perfect on those side by side jump attempts, the downweighted double axle, the pop double toe. The triple flip had a bit of a shaky landing on it, but everything else was fought for from Shannon Howe here. So yeah, they were third place in the free skate with a very redemptive free skate from that short program for fourth place overall. The team of Katie McBeath and Danielle Parkman were in third place here. They were fifth in the short program with a clean skate, very solid triple lutz throw there. And then they were fourth place in the free skate. They were fifth in the short, fourth in the free skate, did go for the side by side triple flip down or under rotated and fell on it, unfortunately. The death spiral had a bit of negative Julie as well, but that still gave them enough to remain in or go move up to third place after strange ordinals, but oh well. Yeah. In third place was the team of Ellie Camp and Danny O'Shea. They were third in the short program with a fall and on an under rotated triple style, unfortunately, and the triple loop throw had a hand down, I believe, on it. So unfortunate mistakes there from a team who has been more consistent recently. They were second place in the free skate, still not amazing on the side by side jumps, but the side by side jumps are bad for everyone. So it's like, who cares at this point? The triple toe didn't go that well. Quarter call on the triple style as well, and then a fall on the triple let's throw, but still a really solid skate from Cam O'Shea, and they really have made really big bounds and together. I thought this program was really solid. Their kind of pop music kind of program with a bunch of different pop songs mixed together, very epic, if that makes sense. And I liked that part of it. But the first place winners here were Efimova and Mitrofana. Alysa Efimova, and Misha Mitrofanov. They were first place in the ship program with a, let's see here, with a somewhat clean skate, a little, and I mean a little bit negative Dewey on that triple toe loop. And then their free skate in the free, they were first place as well for first overall. Did fall in quarter call on the double axle, and on the triple salad, and then the double axle, and then an under rotated triple toe loop. And the triple loop throw was a little bit shaky, but otherwise their skate was really solid, very solid program from them, and they got first place overall. Okay, so yeah, third place here was McBeath and Parkman. Second place, Cam O'Shea. First place, Efimova Mitrofanov. Let's head over very quickly to the ice dance discipline, which was really the only discipline where I was like, okay, like, kind of expected. I wasn't shocked by ice dance. It genuinely was still a really good competition. I think it's just a little bit more expected, which ice dance tends to be, of course, more predictable than the other fields here. But yeah, let's talk about ice dance here. I want to go down from ninth place. In ninth place was Maya Shibutani, Alex Shibutani, the Ship Sibs. Maybe this result was a little shocking to me. I thought the judges were going to push them forward a little bit more, maybe, than they did. They were 10th place in their rhythm dance, their new rhythm dance that they choreographed just for this nationals, I guess. They were 10th place there. And then they were also 10th place in the free dance. They did have a twizzle error from Alex Shibutani, and then because of that, Maya Shibutani ended up kind of bumping into him and having to stop her twizzle. So they basically lost all of their twizzles, and that really, really brought their score down here. If they had had those twizzles, their scores definitely would have been higher, unfortunately. I'm not sure if this is it for the Ship Sibs. A lot of people are kind of been speculating that. I don't know, but this whole comeback has been interesting. And obviously, a lot of negative stuff came out of this too. And yeah, I don't really want to talk about it, but it was not the most positive comeback, unfortunately. But I hope they got what they needed, the closure, and especially for Maya Shibutani, who's an amazing skater. Yeah. Okay. In eighth place was a very young team of Nessa and Markelov, kind of being seen as the future of U.S. ice dance, kind of the far future, I guess, as they develop even more skating. They were clean in both programs, with a really solid score in both programs. Yeah, it was really solid from Nessa and Markelov. Very good from them. Napoleon themed free dance was very interesting. We also had the team of Wolf Kostin and Sarevsky here in the seventh place. They were seventh in the rhythm dance with a clean rhythm dance. And then excuse me, gosh, they were seventh as well in the free dance with another clean free dance. They are a very, very young team. And so this kind of result here at US Nationals, seventh was pretty solid for them. They are another team who I see developing in the future. The top six here in sixth place was Una Brown and Gage Brown, the Brown siblings. They were sixth in the rhythm dance with a pretty solid skate. And then their free dance, I feel like, brought the house kind of down here. They brought the house down with their free dance to The Godfather. This was a very good, interesting free dance. Lots of cool, intricate moments here. Very cool from Una Brown and Gage Brown. In fifth place was Brady and Somerville. And this result, I really do enjoy Emily Brady and Ian Somerville. I do think they are really solid skaters. They were fifth here in the rhythm dance, and then they were sixth place in the free dance. Their free dance was to Nureyev, the White Crow, and I thought it was very emotional and impactful, a very good White Crow, in my opinion. Yes, the levels maybe weren't there. Lots of level threes in this program for them, but they are still really solid skaters, and I really enjoyed it from them. And yes, 2 seasons ago they were third at U.S. Nationals. They were like, whoa, what if they make the Olympic team and everything? I think they're still a really solid team. Still a pretty young team. We'll see if they'll go for another quad. We'll see what happens. But they are a team that I think people should watch out for if they do continue, because they are a really, really solid team. But yeah, fifth place here for Brady and Somerville. In fourth place, this is kind of sad because I really enjoy this team, and that is Caroline Green, Michael Parsons. They were fourth place in the rhythm dance here. Yeah, fourth place in the rhythm dance, couple levels lower than they wanted to on the mid step sequence steps, and then the pattern step, and then they were fourth place in the free dance. Yeah, again, the 1 foot steps, not the highest level. The diagonal steps were not the highest level, but still a really solid skate from them. This was like a Greek mythology inspired program, apparently, and it was a very intriguing program for sure. It was very unique, and I really did enjoy it from them. Okay. So yeah, maybe not making the Olympics this time around from Green and Parsons, but maybe next time if they keep on continuing. I really do enjoy their skating. Okay, these top three. In third place was the team of Carrera and Ponomarenko. They were third in the rhythm dance, the solid skate. They were third in the free dance. They went back to their perfume free dance. They had a Notre Dame de Paris free dance, but they switched it, and I'm very glad they switched it. This program is very much iconic, I feel like, from Kira Ponomarenko. It's a solid program. This perfume murder mystery, it's intriguing, it's tension. They play characters so well. I really enjoy it, and I think it was a very deserving result. In second place was the team of Zingis and Kolesnik. Second place in the rhythm dance with a clean skate. Second place in the free dance with a clean skate. It's been very unprecedented how fast they have kind of pushed the hierarchy of ice dance up. Last season they didn't qualify the Grand Prix final. This season they did qualify the Grand Prix final, and now they made U.S. Nationals podium. Second place is really impressive. So yeah, very excited to see where everything takes them as well in the future. But in the first place, of course, the Ice Dance King and Queen in the US, Mass and Chalk and Evan Bates, they were first in the rhythm dance with the Lenny Kravitz theme. First in their free dance to Paint It Black, the flamenco version. I have to say, at the beginning of the season, I've told this story, I feel like, so many times now, but at the beginning of the season, I was like, no, like, this is not it for the Olympics. And now I'm like, I do think this is it. I do think this is a good program. Like, I think the overall cohesion of this program has gotten a lot better for me. I do enjoy the whole paint black flamenco dress clapping. Like I think it's good. I think it's good. The bull thing with Evan Bates is kind of interesting still, but I think this program just got better for me when I watched it. So yeah, very solid skate, very good result for them heading into the Olympics as U.S. national champions, as we expected, of course. And we'll have to see where that takes them as well. Yeah. Yeah, so here at the Ice Dance Nationals, third, Carrera Ponomarenko, second, Zingis Kolesnik, first, Chalk and Bates. And so that was the US Nationals, but I do want to talk about the Olympics because the Olympic team is not the same thing as the results in nationals. So yeah. They had a little extra 2 hour kind of show segment. I liked it where they announced the people on the Olympic team. So they had former famous Olympians like who was it? Scott Hamilton was there. They got Vincent Joe was there. What was her name? Dorothy Hamill, I believe, was there. Um uh and yeah, a couple other like famous Olympians from the past. Those skaters introduced the new Olympic team, if that makes sense. And so that was a concept I liked, like handing off the torch, la la la. I do wish there was like a proper gala with skaters who didn't make the Olympic team. So it would just be like they would announce the skater who was going to the Olympics. They would perform a little gala program, and then that was kind of it. They would like have a little interview. I do wish that there was like a proper gala with. But oh well. Okay, so the men's team, the men that are going in the three men spot, Ilia Malinin, Maxim Naumov, Andrew Torgashev, the alternates being Jason Brown. I wish he was on the team, man. The alternates being Jason Brown, Tomoki Hiwatashi, and Jacob Sanchez in that order. For the women's team is the very strong Amber Glenn, Isabel Levito, and Alyssa Liu. I feel like that's such a strong women's team, such a strong team. And the alternates are even strong as well. Brady Tennell, Sarah Everhart, Star Andrews, again in that order. Okay, the pairs field is where it gets a little complicated because although Alysa Efimova and Misha Mitrofanov won the nationals. Alysa Efimova does not yet have her U.S. citizenship, and so she could not be named to the Olympic team, unfortunately. The same thing happened to the third place team of McBeath and Parkman. With Parkman not having his citizenship yet, they were not able to be named to the Olympic team. And so the U.S. went instead with the second and fourth place finishers. The fourth place finishers, Shannon Howe, and then the second place finishers, Cam O'Shea. The alternates are Shin and Naj, Plazas Fernandez, and Liu and Bedard. And so yeah, a very interesting kind of thing that happened there. Unfortunate, obviously, for the teams that don't have citizenship that they can't go to these Olympics, but we'll see where it ends up in the future if they continue to compete. Okay, and then the ice dance teams, Carrera Panamarenko, Chalk and Bates, and Zingas and Kolesnik. The alternates being Green and Parsons, Brady and Somerville, and Brown and Brown. And so that is it. This is a very strong U.S. team, especially that women's team. Very strong women's team in the U.S. I'm so excited for the Olympics and seeing, who's gonna win medals and everything, what the competition is going to be like. I hope you guys are as hyped up as I am for that. And that is kind of all for this episode of a Teen Talks Game podcast. I hope you enjoyed listening to me review the events of the US Nationals and how everything was just completely wild and I wanted to cry half the time. But very, very good competition in that women's field. Oh, I will remember that women's field forever. It was so high energy, so good. But next week I will be talking about a review of the European figure skating championships that are actually happening right now as I speak. But yeah, stay tuned for that. A review of the European figure skating championships, then four continents, and then the Olympics are coming around the corner faster than you could ever imagine. And yeah, let's see what happens. So yeah, thank you so much for listening to this episode of Teen Talk Game podcast. My name is Van Gogh, and I will see you guys next week for a review of Europeans. Bye bye.